On June 14, 2025, a Russian Su-25 flight team was carrying out a routine low-altitude rocket test. The location was somewhere along the 700-mile front line of the battlefield. But what happened next turned a standard training run into a tragic disaster. One of the pilots accidentally launched an unguided rocket straight into the flight path of his own wingman. Within seconds, the second jet erupted into flames and crashed into the ground. It is worth noting that this incident marks the 39th confirmed loss of a Russian Su-25 during the broader conflict. Before the war began, the Russian Air Force was estimated to have nearly 200 Su-25 aircraft. Now, after accounting for losses in combat, accidents, and mechanical failures, the number may be closer to just 100 or even fewer. According to the defense publication Militarny, the Russian Su-25 fleet, which has an average age of around 40 years, has seen a growing number of technical failures and emergency incidents. Surprisingly, throughout the war in Ukraine, many Su-25 losses have not been caused by enemy action, but by non-combat accidents. Several of these incidents highlight the aircraft's vulnerability. In March of this year, a Sukhoi Su-25 disappeared during a training flight in Russia's Primorsky Krai after both engines reportedly failed mid-air. In 2023, 2 more Su-25s were lost due to mechanical problems, including one that crashed into the Sea of Azov under unclear circumstances, and another that went down in Belgorod Oblast. In a separate case from September 2022, a Sukhoi Su-25 crashed shortly after takeoff on a combat mission due to a critical control system failure. The high number of Su-25 losses during the war in Ukraine can largely be attributed to the aircraft's low-altitude flight profile. Operating at such low levels increases the risk of accidents, as these jets often fly beneath the radar coverage of both Russian and Ukrainian air defense systems. According to Militarny, poor coordination between Russian aviation and its own air defense units has also led to friendly fire incidents involving Su-25. Unusual causes of Su-25 losses have even included mid-air collisions with drones and crashes into power lines during low-level missions. Ukrainian forces have continued to target these aircraft with determination. For example, in early February 2025, Ukraine's 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade shot down a Russian Su-25 near the settlement of Troitsk in the Toretsk sector of Donetsk Oblast. Reports indicate that the jet was taken down by an Igla man-portable air defense system, commonly referred to as a MANPADS. Russian sources later confirmed the loss and stated that a rescue operation was launched. A Mi-8 helicopter was dispatched to recover the pilot, but as it approached the crash site, it came under attack by 3 Ukrainian FPV drones. According to the 28th Brigade, the helicopter returned to base severely damaged and in need of major repairs. Known as the only Russian Air Force jet specifically designed in the 1970s for the highly dynamic and dangerous role of close air support, the Su-25 Frogfoot has long earned a reputation as a rugged and reliable workhorse. Built to operate at low and very low altitudes directly over the battlefield, this unattractive but tough aircraft was purpose-built for high-risk missions in the most intense combat zones. For over 4 decades, the Su-25 has been used in high-intensity, short-range, low-level strike missions across dozens of local wars and conflicts. In many of those cases, the Frogfoot performed reasonably well. However, the full-scale war in Ukraine presented a completely different environment during 2022 and 2023. The aircraft has shown only average effectiveness while suffering heavy losses, with many surviving units returning in damaged condition. Furthermore, excessive attrition, combined with limited gains on the battlefield, has cast serious doubt on the medium-term future of the Su-25 in Russian frontline service. Without question, the main reason behind the Frogfoot's declining performance and its potential exit from frontline duty lies in its repeated and deadly encounters with modern man-portable air defense systems and short-range air defense systems in Ukraine. Despite being equipped with advanced survivability features and self-defense aids, the Su-25 is no longer considered accurate or survivable enough to conduct regular low-level close air support missions in high-intensity peer warfare. As a result, the once respected Frogfoot can no longer be relied upon to dominate the battlefield as it once did. As previously discussed, many of Russia's Su-25 aircraft have been destroyed in Ukraine due to encounters with modern man-portable air defense systems. One key moment came on March 12, 2024, when the United States, using Presidential Drawdown Authority, announced a $300 million aid package for Ukraine. This package primarily consisted of urgently needed ammunition and notably included the Stinger missile, a man-portable surface-to-air missile system. The use of the Stinger missile aligns perfectly with Ukraine's defensive strategy, especially against the Su-25, which typically operates at low altitudes. Originally developed by the United States, the Stinger is a shoulder-launched surface-to-air missile designed to take down aircraft using infrared tracking. It has also been used to intercept cruise missiles, proving its versatility on the modern battlefield. This missile locks onto the heat signature of its target using an infrared seeker. It is launched from a tube that doubles as its storage case. Once fired, it is powered by a solid fuel rocket motor and guided directly toward the target. With its portability, accuracy, and high success rate, the Stinger has become one of the most effective threats to low-flying aircraft like the Su-25. The prolonged war in Ukraine has exposed the critical weaknesses of Russia's aging Su-25 fleet. These aircraft, once considered reliable tools for close air support, are now showing their limitations on the modern battlefield. Repeated losses, mounting damage, and the constant threat from advanced air defense systems have significantly reduced their combat effectiveness. As a result, the operational value of the Su-25 no longer meets the demands of high-intensity warfare. Its once feared presence has faded, replaced by vulnerability and poor performance. All signs now point to a clear conclusion. The end of the Frogfoot's frontline service in the Russian Air Force is only a matter of time.